Yeah, hey, yeah, it's your boy, me2_savage is about to employ. Hello everyone, long time no see. Yo, don't potter much, I've been rather busy. But now I'm in the studio, got 8 on my feet. Hey, yeah, crank it up, we are about to drop the heat.
Alright, what's up, guys?
Awesome. Great
sorry
job.
about that. Thank you.
Great start.
Thank you very much. Alright, sorry about that. So, we all gathered here, us and some other fellow Wattpaders. Alright, we're all in this Discord chat. I knew it was gonna be awkward, but not this awkward.
Great.
Why'd I have to be the one started?
Oh god.
Can we make that like a dot me to like 8? Just like, hey, what's up, guys? Sorry.
It has to have like a bunch of periods too.
Anyways,
Hey,
stop.
what's up, guys?
No, I like paused. It's alright. So, sorry. This is a podcast, right? We're going to talk about a few things regarding Wattpad. Huge thanks to all you guys for joining, alright? First thing that we're going to talk about, at least that I wrote down, is the Wattpad Ambassador Program. For those of you who don't know who that is, basically, like, Wattpad initiated a statement that was trying to give, I guess, higher control within the communities separating on Wattpad, so they initiated this thing called Wattpad Ambassador, and I specifically wanted to dial it down to our community. If you guys didn't know, there's this Wattpadder named, I'm gonna warp this name. It's Go Sarkar. Yeah, I'll at you guys. It's in the I'll add that BC in here. Hold on. Just read this through. I'll read it out loud real quick.
Oh my god.
This is his message. He actually deleted it. I think it was made what would you say, Jay?
It was like 2 or 3 days ago. I don't remember.
Right.
But like, yeah. Wait, yeah.
All right, I'll read it out
I
loud.
should think this is my first time hearing Jay's voice.
Yeah, no, this is alright. So the message says, anyone see any lemon-only sex stories in the Amorphing tag, then please forward them to me so that I can remove the banned content. Right? What is that? Here, I'll actually start. Yeah, I know somebody to respond to. It's this like guy, but I'll respond with this. This is like the problem in giving people power. This is why I don't think that Wattpad made a good idea, just solely because like nobody should really have this kind of power. And somebody did join Splishy.
That's Splishy.
Yeah, we're doing we're recording right now. All right, so
We're doing a podcast.
Kind of
Splishy.
check in, yeah.
Why did you at voice chat mute?
No, because I wanted you guys to see this. I wanted you guys to see this message.
Going, man.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Dude, we're in the middle of the interview. Okay, cool.
It's alright.
Keep going.
This is an interview.
Be
Okay.
cool. Be cool. Be chill.
Be cool, guys. Be cool, guys.
I'm not fucking.
Great, now you have instructors to play Be More Chill. Thank you for that.
Okay, no problem. So, the problem with this is that basically he's saying like, okay, yeah, I have this position of power, and if you guys find any kind of content in this community, then just report it to me, and I will get it banned. And if this isn't really a problem, because sure there is an obvious like, I guess negative factor that goes into lemons and smut on Wattpad, but he's only. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the exact problem. He's limiting it only down to like a more shipping. He's not even being
through the
about
guidelines. I believe that sexual content is allowed, and I feel like this is some sort of bias that he hates a more shipping lemon.
Like, it's no stories for like purely sexual arousement or whatever. Like it's not like pure smut. Like you could have a book that's like that has a plot and has like a sex scene that's allowed, but it's not pure smut. Like no smut collections. You know? Yeah.
Then literally every smut collection book should be banned.
Exactly.
Yeah, like using that logic, then just like why even write smut if it can get banned, just taken down, just because like it gets reported to this Google's lurker. Like that's kind of not fair.
Yeah, but it's like if it's like a smut collection, but like if it's a book with a plot and has one sex scene, that's totally fine. You know?
Well, I get. Yeah. I guess you're right in a way. Like sex-centric stories are bad.
Right, huh?
I agree with that.
Always right, huh?
Golly.
That gets me actually relieved because there's like 11-year-olds that are kind of writing smut collection books.
I know. Well, I know. Like I did read one time, and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe this shouldn't be on Wattpad.
You read it with me.
Golly, yeah.
I've read quite a few.
A problem with this is that that story linked, even though he did delete the post, that story linked. It was actually like, I'm just gonna read it real quick. GTMKM98. That's a weird name. He replied to that comment with a link to a Wattpad story,
The story
and
is
then
downright
yeah,
bad.
he says this story is downright bad, and that kind of was like, I don't know why. In a way, Google even said this because like nobody really asked you to do this, nobody wants you to do this, but he just wants to do it because he got the ambassador.
GTM guy, he's in another server I'm in. He's like the most awkward guy ever. Anyway, he's like not a very good person. Like,
Okay, but here's okay. Sorry. Here's where the irony kicks in, though. Gogol himself, he writes lemon worshipping like stories.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay,
that's
sorry to
where-
interrupt, but I have the community guidelines pulled up right here. What is that clicking noise?
That's scary.
I think Aris is probably playing Fortnite.
Wait, why did we let?
Actually, For Honor, thank you.
Bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
Then get the controller away out of your motherboard because you're literally deep throating that thing.
I really
swear.
can't hear Blue reading the code of con.
Okay, so I have the content guidelines right here, and it says pornographic content. Wattpad considers content to be pornographic when it exists solely for the purpose of sexual stimulation.
Exactly.
Disgusting!
So then, yeah, like sex in
Sounds
bugs.
good.
Oh my god, I can hear my voice. My mic's turned up. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, that's a lot better. That was crazy.
Damn, sexual roleplay is prohibited.
Sexual. Oh no, Edmund.
Sexy smart RP.
Wait, what?
Yo, all those 400 thread messages books are getting gone, bro.
Phew, finally, I found an RP book that's not just, like, oversaturated with actual junk. Like, this one obviously isn't that popular, it only has 62 votes. Like, finally, I feel like RP books are just being put in their place. You seeing this right now? You seeing that? You see that? 3.6k comments on this chapter, 8 votes.
You hear him clapping.
Alright.
You took mine to DM, so I'm all good.
Not a bad thing.
At this point.
Look at this. Bestiality is prohibited.
Bestiality is prohibited.
Damn it.
None of that.
Who said damn it?
Me?
Pokephilia really bestiality when you think about it.
Okay, I guess we can move on from that. I just kind of want to hear you guys. Another thing is that, why does it feel like on this app, like lemon, smut, sex-centered books, not centered because then that'd be banned, but like sex, even like related slightly to it, always like overshadow authors that try to like give their
Because
heart and
people
try
are
really hard.
thirsty.
Well, hold on. Like, and how can
humans
that
are
change?
pigs.
You know what I mean? Like, why is it that people who try really hard to make a book just get overshadowed by the like
People
any book
are
that has the
thirsty.
word anal or sex or vagina tagged in it?
It's
Why
true,
is
you know
that the
it's
case?
true.
So, like, yeah. People are horny, that's all I'm saying.
People are horny.
Talking about others on the content guidelines. This is interesting.
Shut up.
Bash is a user purely for personal reasons. Reveals any personally identifying information. Actively promotes violence or hatred.
Okay, so who's screaming in the background? Like,
No,
it's
I'm-
screaming.
General expressions of opinions are allowed.
Yeah, so
Say
yeah,
the
that's
first-
actually another thing. Like there's a clear difference between criticism and like harassment. Like what we're doing to Gogol, I guarantee you that if I were to make a statement on like publicly on Wattpad that said I don't think that Gogol is using his like Wattpad ambassador like position correctly, I think that he's kind of abusing it. I would probably get banned. And yeah, there is a clear
Okay, so
there is a
Get an
clear
iPhone
line.
correct.
Yeah, no, there is a
very, like, we don't approve of some of his actions. Like,
Well,
does that
I'm
make
afraid to critique his books, bro.
It's,
I'm afraid to critique his books.
That's exactly what it
Gonna
is.
get
Like
banned.
there's a difference between criticism and like harassment, and I don't think that Wattpad acknowledges that at all. Like there is no acknowledgement in that.
sense? Oh no, be careful! It's gonna get you banned, man.
Oh no.
And even as far as like
They should
content
make a
goes.
super impact.
Wait, were we
I'm a
supposed
dip.
to be answering questions?
Wait, who's Katie
Alright,
387750?
I have no clue. I will.
Yo,
remove
who
this
is
though.
Katie 387750?
That's one of Gogol's friends. Like he calls her his sister apparently.
Oh God.
Like they're not related, but like it's a friend thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
have-
want to talk about that too. Can we mention that?
Yeah, yeah.
All
sure
these
we can. Let's talk
Wattpad
about
family
that.
things.
Yeah.
Because it's okay. It's okay to have a Wattpad family and all, but when it gets to some levels of Gears of War type of level, it's
Yeah, there's a problem there. I can vouch for that.
Gears of War. I
Yo,
don't
wait,
get-
he's banned?
He was being a
Good.
creep. Like he was just outright like
He's
sexually harassing
banned?
his friend. It was awful.
Good.
So
Bro,
awful.
I don't see his account anymore.
Wait, who?
I don't see this. It's gone, bro.
Bro.
Okay,
No.
so can we take the time
Gears
to
of
talk about
War.
that time when Katie told me my entire
Oh, I
life?
know that guy. Wait, what? What?
So like you
That
know
was a game.
you know how like I'm a member of this review group on Wattpad where the GRA we review Pokemon fanfiction.
Yeah, like gotta read them
So, like,
all,
she was
right?
super salty about something. She basically like told us that we were all losers and freaks and we needed to die or something. It was awful. Oh man. Also, have I
Oh, that use of the word "die" is gonna get her banned. Any
Yeah.
word that you delayed or die, you will get banned.
Yeah, no. If you
Wait,
say
let
like the word "delayed," dude, you like Emily from Wattpad is gonna come and RKO you. Like you are dead. You are gone.
Watch this. Look at oh, no!
You may as well just
Out
die.
of nowhere,
You
dude.
may as well just die.
You have been banned for death threats.
Death threats. You have been banned for death threats.
Oh,
None of it
found
accepted. Sorry about that. Moving on. What do you guys think is like the probability of trying to write a fanfic about Pokemon? And it's oh here, we'll go over that in a second, Jay. So let's say that you're writing a book on Wattpad of Pokemon fan fiction, but you really don't like romance. Why does it feel like your book, like just as like in general, that book will never do as good as a book that has romance, even if that book that has romance is written by like an actual kindergarten?
I literally
Can I please
want
answer this one?
to hug you.
Can I please answer this
You
one? Like,
described,
this is, like,
you
completely-
described my
This is
entire
straight up
page.
my alley, okay? Okay, so basically, like, I feel like it's people just tend to ship characters, but like
You know
if
what's
you're
gonna- I'm
not
sorry for
offering that
interrupting,
ship, it's
but-
like
You know it's gonna be like a 3-year long essay when Jay begins it with okay, so basically.
Okay, so basically.
You know,
Shut the fuck up. You have no rights, okay?
Hey, let's try to keep this family friendly! She said, shut the freak up, by the way. For any of you guys watching out there.
alright, go Jay. I choose you.
And also, like, society right now is like hypersexualizing everything. Like everything, like, is romantic. Like you have a friend that's like the opposite gender. Oh man, you guys are like getting married in 2 days.
Yes, sister. Preach.
Let's go, mama! Let's go, mama!
Alright, continue on.
Oh man.
Yeah,
well-
people don't appreciate platonic friendship. That's the bottom line, pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah, I had one.
Because I'm writing
Yeah,
this thing
my
right now where the
stories.
main characters are like, well, they're like shipped pretty hard in the fandom, like Mewtwo and Mew, like Mewtwo
they're
knows,
not.
but, like
Okay.
so yeah, you can like you can like yeah. So people ship them a lot. Like I have actively ship them, and it's annoying because like I clearly established them as a platonic relationship. Like that's not romantic in any way, but nope, we gotta keep shipping them. It's so annoying. But like oh.
Well, I just think that it comes down to what people enjoy more, because especially at the age of 10 through 12, that like hormonal going through middle school stage, I don't really
Well,
think
yeah, you
that.
have a point. You do. Have a point.
I mean, it's just pure preference. Like, that's why a story that the author really keeps it romance, like, centric, and they don't really try that hard for detail or plot. They just kind of keep the, like, whole theme of it just simple to read in, like, romanticful, right? So, in that kind of sense, like, that book will do good just because that's what people want to read. And I do think that there's an obvious, like, problem with, you know, like, the over-sexualizing that's, like, the only thing that people enjoy anymore. Aiden, bud, you're gonna have to mute your mic. We're doing a podcast. Hey, guys,
Okay,
you just
and
joined the
also,
server.
a
But yeah,
lot of times
there is
fanfiction
definitely a problem with
Oh my
it.
God.
There is definitely a problem.
I'm definitely not muting my mic.
Alright, well, I'll do that for you, buddy.
No.
I'm sorry, Aiden. We're doing a podcast. Okay, I'm sorry. You're
Here,
still tight, though.
I'll
You're still
unmute him.
tight.
I'll unmute him. Just no, he's fine. Yeah, he already knows. He already knows.
Dang, boy, I'm about to leave anyway. Peace out. Bye.
No,
That was Aiden boy on the beat.
that was the
Can I
boy.
please
He's
talk?
tight.
Sorry.
I am sorry,
Yeah, no apology not accepted.
Yikes.
bro.
Okay, so basically,
He's back, bro.
Shut up. You're running the podcast.
Alright, fine. Carry on, Jay.
Yeah. Okay.
okay, so a lot of time in fanfiction, romantic relationship tends to be like it's written like not realistically. Like everything is like rainbows and sunshine. It's like the couple like always gets together. Like there's no breakups or anything. Like it's just like perfect. So and a lot of people do like hearing about that because we all love perfect endings. But like in real life, not like that kind of stuff just doesn't really happen that often. And I feel like it's like wishful thinking or like like self wish fulfillment.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I agree with
Not
your
really.
point. I agree with your point and all, but I actually have something to say about this because it's what I like to call an easy read.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this is a lot of things that you see in high school, in like high school stories or like a lot of like breaks in Lucario, a lot of Insectivore, a lot of more. And it's an easy read for people because it gets straight to the point. There's slow people sometimes don't want plot and they want to get straight into the story. No
Yeah, so
questions.
they
They
just
want to
like
see the
things
lovey-dovey
and
stuff, you know?
People.
Yeah,
I
that's
admit,
just
I'm
another
a victim to this. I've read, high school stories because it's an easy read and it's like sometimes entertaining when you don't have anything else to read.
I agree with
Very
that.
first-
feel better.
Yeah,
I
there we
read
go.
it on Wattpad
Like
with a high
sometimes,
school
right?
story.
Sometimes I'm in the car. Oh yeah, sorry, Edmund.
I cannot hear you.
Okay, sorry. So sometimes I'm like in the car, right? I'm on the way to my grandma's house, and I'm faced with reading like this 40 chapter. I mean, like this author's trying. Maybe his writing's not the best, but man, he's got a plot going. Or I can read like a little love story between Braixen and Lucario, right? And like there's a big sometimes I just want to go with a little love story because it's just that much more convenient and like
Hey,
easier on me.
you too. Hey,
It's
Sometimes.
cringy. Like you can tell if people don't put their work into their if they don't put effort into their work, and it's just cringy as hell. Like,
Well, yeah, you can absolutely tell if someone puts effort and when someone does not put effort. But what we're just trying to say here is that I feel like it's a lot more lenient to get into no plot. I hate saying no plot, but there's somewhat a tiny little slither of plot they pulled out their butt. I don't know if I can swear, but
Hey, good. That was a good censor. Thank you.
me too.
Should I make a
What
should I make a story?
But
Should I make a
continue-
story and then
As
like
I
have
was-
you guys read it? It's gonna be cringy as hell, but like I should go for it.
Cringy as what now?
go for it, bro. Just write it, bro.
Bro, it's gonna be so trash.
Sorry. Moving.
But as I was saying, it's to get into a hard plotted story. It's like a very good plot, you know. It's gonna take a bit to get into it to understand what's going on. But in most stories, like high school stories, you are immediately it's like that you know what the plot is like you know what's going on, you know. You know.
You know.
And
I don't know.
I mean, okay. It
Damn.
is, like, if you're trying to go for a really good plotted story, it is really, really, really hard to keep the interest there
True.
without just, like, throwing every little detail inside of, like, the 9-year-old's faces to keep them entertained. Now, it is hard.
Yeah,
It
but,
is
like,
hard.
You can
How
like
about we
as
try?
Mewtwo said, you can write an immersive shipping high school story, 1K chapter every day or every week, and it'll get 2K guaranteed.
Yeah,
GG.
2K, like, easy. It'll excel. It's an exponential
Easy.
function.
I re-uploaded Fire Shuriken just to show everyone the gap of my writing, right? And
Yeah.
by doing that, I increased by 800 views on Fire Shuriken, and I want to cry. It is possibly my cringiest, and it is my first story ever. And I do not want it to be more popular than my best story ever, which I believe is Polar Opposites or Pokemon Village. I do not know which one.
He's
And
just, like,
as,
shameful self-loading.
Backtracking,
Just, like, plugging himself every...
backtracking back backtracking back to the whole thing Jay was saying about how most successful stories, or I don't know if Jay said it or Mewtwo, but most successful stories are romance and not like others.
Yeah,
And
that is true.
I can prove this by saying I have a non-romance story called Adjusted, and it only has less than 200 views, and any other and any other romance shit. I mean, any other romance crap.
I only live in like my mansion. And
No,
Hi.
Hey, what's up, Storm? We're
Gucci
doing the
belt.
podcast. Thanks for joining. Well, let's just move on to the next question. That like, oh my god. I wanted to give you guys opinions about like, what is your favorite Pokemon and why? This is more like a personal question, but I just want to hear why. So, favorite Pokemon. I'll actually start. It's obviously Magikarp. I'm a huge Magikarp fan. No, I'm just joking.
Damn.
I'm just joking, guys.
You know what's true.
I'm personally tilted between probably because like Mewtwo is like the second me. Like that's me if I was not Jordan, and I'm not Jordan, so I guess I am Mewtwo. So basically I'm Mewtwo. I love myself, right? But there's also like the contrary Mew because that's probably my favorite ship to go along with him. And then if I were to like interact those two, then I don't know really which one I'd side with. And surprisingly enough, don't like hate me or anything, but there's something about like, especially recently, I've just been really getting into like Eevee.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm betting you. GG, man. I hate you. I'm just kidding. I love you.
Okay,
But
thank you,
like,
I love you.
I'm gonna go second real quick because I have yet to find a Pokemon. I feel like Gen 8 will, overpass my my lenience towards Lucario because all this time Lucario has been my favorite Pokemon, and I don't see him as much as other people do. I don't see him as like this ultra cool person that has no weakness, as many other shipping stories does.
If you like Lucario, that's like your default. That's most of the time.
if you like Lucario, you have a Lucario expression story right now written or in your.
No, I do not.
I guarantee 100%. Edmund, do you have that?
Stop.
No, I have a story.
I
Like
think-
going back to our original topic. I have a story that
We
is
can't
not
backtrack, we're
focused
running out of
around.
time. We can't backtrack.
Okay,
Sorry. Jay, go. What's your favorite Pokemon? I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so this was like pretty long. But it's like so basically like contrary to popular belief, my favorite Pokemon is not Mewtwo or Mew. Like wow.
That's tough. That's
Dang,
tough.
Jordan really does not like that.
Zangoose.
Jordan will remember that. Mewtwo will remember that.
It's like a Telltale game sign. Mewtwo will remember that.
Okay, so I really stand Alolan Executor. Like like the big tree one.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, hear me out, okay? Because like I found that like not a lot of people like it, but like I just thought it was like really
What
cool.
about
and I was
Pidgey?
so, like,
Not even a root one Pidgey.
Okay, sorry. So you like Alolan Executor?
yeah, because I feel like it's sort of like.
All right, moving. I'm just kidding.
Hold up, my
What about
favorite Pokemon's is Zebstrike because it's my first Pokemon.
I just want to say something. Can you
Hey.
please shut up?
Dang, you're quiet. We get capped. Alright.
Damn.
I should be the one to say shut up. I have the loudest voice here.
Actually, no, I
that.
Actually, and I
How
tried
about we
to
go on
get-
topic?
Sorry.
I do. I just can't
Sorry.
express
If I
it.
want my
Okay,
voice
Jay,
to be
get
loud,
some-
it can get pretty loud.
Shut up.
You
bro.
may have the loudest voice, but I You may have the
Cut it.
loudest voice. I have the loudest
Cut it out.
Oh,
Shut up.
God
I
damn.
should have did that.
Thank
Oh
you.
my
That was
God.
me. Thank you. Continue, Jay.
So like the reason why I like Alolan Executor is because it's like underrated and like just generally like not a lot of people like it. So it's like, it reminds me of me. Like because I'm
you
not.
have to be the odd one out.
But where'd that neck
Yeah,
go?
I'm an oddball. It's an oddball. I love it.
What about crab?
Thank you, boy.
Where's the neck?
But
Yeah,
where'd that neck go?
Giraffe.
Crabby.
Crabby.
Caterpie.
Road.
Alright, sorry. Okay, I mean, I don't feel like I'm underrated, but
No, you're not. You're not.
Yeah, I know.
You're not
I'm
underrated,
like,
you're
yeah,
underrated.
I'm just a pure clout train. Okay, Edmund, what's your favorite Pokemon and why?
I
Okay,
wonder.
take a wild guess on this one.
Luke.
It's
it's
either Zoru, Zoroark, or Lucario. It's not. It's
Oh,
not.
I
It's
know.
definitely not Lucario.
When it's my turn, I'll explain.
So it's actually alright.
Yeah, it's Zoroark.
It's Lucario only by a
What?
No way.
Lucario?
Where to Arceus,
Look
Mewtwo?
at this loser. He likes Lucario.
Ew, what did okay, I was
It's true.
joking.
I
Alright, Shiny
need
Lucario.
Lucario.
Shiny Lucario or specifically
Most
just
likely
like
shiny
regular
Lucario.
Lucario. What is it? Red Lucario?
Bro, he has a book about shiny Lucario. Why are you asking dumb questions?
Exactly.
Sorry.
That's-
Can you let the man speak?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I guess I'll have to say my golden boy, shiny Lucario. Mm-hmm.
Can I get a good old Mewtwo get off the Xbox?
I like.
Do you remember how what is it? The
Alright.
Oh God.
Alright, alright.
No, Aiden, go.
Speak.
Tight.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, Tight,
Yeah,
your turn.
tight.
Alright, boy. Now number 2 on the list. Boy, we're gonna go straight to Caterpie.
Type 3.
Don't be capping on me yet. Wait. Don't be capping on me yet. But he kind of cold with it.
Kinda,
Number
I like how
1.
he slithered
Number
around
1
and making
is
gang
Meowth,
signs while
Number 1
he
is
do
Meowth.
Alright.
Okay, the reason why is because I popped up a generator full of Pokemon, and that's the first one that came up.
Wait, what did you say?
Alright.
Jennerpie? What is that?
What?
Jordan, you said Caterpie.
Caterpie. I thought you said number 1
And
was
Pidgey.
Oh, Pidgey! Oh, you said Pidgey!
Damn.
I thought he said Caterpie.
Pidgeotto be
I thought you said
Kodo.
Pidgeotto be cold. Alright.
I said Caterpie for a minute.
Thinking.
Tight.
I don't know why
okay.
Meowth is so
Okay, this is
cold.
one I wanted to talk. This is actually the idea that I had whenever I said that I wanted to make a podcast. So, I wanted to talk about the code of conduct. Now, obviously, guys, I'm not Galaden Master _68, guys. Duh. Like, I don't know why you guys would think that. All right. But anyway, it's been brought to my attention. It's been brought to my attention that there's this. Guys, get this. Harasser.
Not
out there.
a human
There's a
being.
harasser out there, right? He's harassing people.
What?
What he does? Sorry. What
That-
he does
and
is
then
he
join the
abuses.
Discord server.
He abuses
The IP
the
ban.
reporting system and he abuses the reporting. God damn it! He abuses the reporting
Yeah,
system
and then-
on Wattpad, and this is why I even like brought this whole thing up, because I think that we should try to make a stand to help get better code of conduct, TOS, anything
Gamers
that can
unite.
help. Anything, I want to cry. Anything that can help people who just want to be on Wattpad to make books be better protected, so that the reporting system can't be abused to get them
Oh, you're
taken
salty.
down. Fuck off, bitch.
Yeah.
That's why.
You're doing help Wattpad.
You're here.
I actually just got
Who's doing that?
That's good.
Oh hell no!
No.
What
Yeah,
the-
you're out. Aiden, I've tried. I really did try to keep you. I really did.
Let's go to number 1 film. Alright, let's see.
Type 1, Type 2,
Oh,
Type
it's
3.
Magic
roll
Card.
call.
actually joined them.
Okay,
I
sorry.
actually joined their Discord server and got IP banned.
Okay, sorry.
The only reason why this is brought up is because this man's salty.
No, it's not.
Alright?
It's not.
Okay, can we?
I'm sorry I had to do it to you,
Aiden, you have gotta
Mewtwo.
get turned down.
You.
Sorry I had to
I had a voice
Yeah,
crack.
I was
we have
talking
an
to Mewtwo
organized
when
do
it
it.
happened.
Username,
Oh.
boys.
Bro. Okay, here. Let's try to get back on task. All right. How do you
Alright.
guys think that we could affect the code of conduct or TOS, terms of service? How do you guys think that they could reshape that in a way that would better protect users who actually want to use Wattpad correctly and use it as their own individual, writing platform? How would you
I swear
better
to God.
protect?
Who
Yeah,
is
whoever does
Latias
that
X
again?
Latias?
Who do you think that is? Anyway, who the fuck is doing that?
Oh no! Oh no!
Stop. Okay, sorry. So, how do you guys think that we could adjust the
Okay,
that
so
Wattpad could
first of all-
adjust? Okay, if she joins and leaves the call again, I'm going to go crazy. Ah!
Yeah.
I'm gonna rape you guys.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I'm gonna finish just so we can start talking about it. How do you guys think that Wattpad could like affect or change the terms of services, code of conduct, so that it could better protect users who are getting mistreated by their reporting system?
Okay, first of all, Wattpad like should do more work than the person who reports like a troll or whatever. Like, no, like you can report somebody and then like you'll have to do more work than Wattpad staff to get that person like reported. It's so stupid.
So like they need to watch their like terms of service.
I mean, they do kind of have that. It's just that they kind of play their way around the community guidelines if they don't like you per se.
They don't fucking like Blade Master.
Oh my.
They aren't specific enough. They just it's like they have a bad customer support because if you are banned, they do not let you fight back. They do not give you more reasons than you need.
Yeah,
all they state is either harassment or
they give you a fucking like one word or freaking sorry. They give you a one word like definition of why you're banned. They just said harassment. I was like, okay, so the term harassment can be taken in a lot of ways, and that's actually a problem too because that's why there's a clear difference between harassment and criticism. And I'm not even saying that like what this weird Glade Master guy did should not have been labeled as harassment. I'm just saying that why can somebody who has been banned off of Wattpad 7 times, right? Like why does his voice in general even have any say on other users? Like why is his voice credible? And
because they're dumbasses who don't check IP addresses. Like they treat him like.
Pretty sure he has
I don't
inside
think they can
friends.
get IP addresses. I don't think that Wattpad has that ability. And
that
would solve a lot.
Every single person who owns a website can track IP addresses.
Is this that guy from?
Wait, did he join? What the heck?
No, that's Aiden. He's trolling.
Oh. I was like, whoa, what the heck?
Nah, if that was Latius, this would have turned into a podcast to a just fucking like shit show. It would have been. I'm not gonna lie,
bro. You would get your account banned.
I would get my Discord account banned. It would be over.
Anybody got questions for Latius?
Server so fast.
Can we just keep going now?
Yeah. Anybody have any more comments? We kind of covered everything in a way.
Yeah, but it really sucks how Wattpad expects like the person who's doing the reporting to do more work than Wattpad itself. Like Wattpad.
I really hope they look into the fact that this man has had more than 6 accounts. And
12.
Like
so by the fact that they're saying no matter how many reports one person gets, it just matters if they're breaking the community guidelines. This person has broken so many community guidelines, and now he's about to break another, but he's just being more secretive about it. Also, that is it's 68, not 76. Aiden, not tight.
I might have to pull this up. Just trust my. Oh, sorry, not my word. Trust Glade Master's word on this, all right? Because like he's actually like my pet cat, so like we're really close, right? So basically, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of insight if you didn't know. How Wattpad works is like if you get one of your accounts terminated, then any account that they figure out is linked to that terminated account will then be banned. That's how Glade Master's second account, Mewtwo_Mew, was taken off of Wattpad solely because solely because Glade Master stated that he was Glade Master on that account. And using that own logic, then like, and I even tried to, or sorry, I didn't try to. Glade tried to argue with Wattpad. Glade's like fight against Wattpad. Sorry, here, I'm gonna keep on going. Glade's fight against Wattpad was he was trying to like decredibilize, that's not even a word, but you guys get it, like uncredible. He was trying to make Latius's voice completely like irrelevant, uncredible, to where like Wattpad would just give him his account back solely because Latius was that uncredible. Does that make sense? That was his fight, and then Wattpad responded to that with any account terminated.
I have no idea what you said, but okay. Cool.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
I understood.
Yeah, okay. Blue's my nigga. He got it. No, I meant that as like basically trying to get your account back by making the other person, like the person who reported you, seem like completely in the wrong, but like not in the wrong because they're lying, but in the wrong because they're just that hideous of a person. That was my goal. That didn't work, right? What happened though was that Wattpad replied with, "If this account is terminated, any account linked to that terminated account will then be terminated without question." That's what their reply is. Using that logic, shouldn't Latius never even be able to be on Wattpad again? Because the second he makes a new account, it should just be gone. We're using Wattpad's logic. Yeah, it should be banned immediately because it's linked to 8 other accounts that were banned.
Okay, yeah.
So
like, is
he
there
should have
some,
even been
like,
up.
underground work down here? Like, is Lottie's, like, secretly, like, related to, like, a Wattpad staff member or something?
That's see, that makes sense. He calls it. Yeah, he even said like. He even said like I have some superpowers. I'm like, nigga, you're like probably 30 years old. You're probably like 5'2". He's probably like 4'11".
Skinny funny boy, fight me.
Pull up. Imagine like Laddie's like walking into this.
That one kid in his basement. He's like, I'm gonna hurt everybody's lives.
I'm gonna go solve that.
They'll learn not to mess with me this time.
They'll learn not to mess with me this time.
They stole my
I'm fed up with this.
I'm gonna ruin everybody's lives.
I've got a fox and a mew to kill.
Yeah, that's what he said too, guys. Just like imagine like me walking up to Laddie, just like looking like this, dude. Just like this stack, this whole stack, dude. Shades on, shirt off. Look, I'm ready.
A true snack.
Snack, dude.
A true snack, bro.
A true snack.
That's thick chungus, dude. That is thick chungus.
Mewtwo kind of sick today, though. I know why, guys, but Mewtwo kind of sick today.
Any other comments? I had a lot more lined up, but I kind of forgot, and this has been going on for a little bit. Do you guys want to talk about any of like your guys' own experiences with Wattpad? Like, how did you guys get through this hour? Find out what this app was. Does that make sense?
Sorry, I don't mention not type people.
Oh,
I have
the
story.
blockades of a more shipping.
What did I do? What?
Just
yeah, good
any
story.
like stories to let everybody who may not know who you are and who sees this video know who you are. And I'll link you guys to Wattpad.
Did they see the video that your freaking vlog?
Yeah, I saw that. Sorry. Anyway, I will start with my story of how I got to Wattpad. This is good. I told it a lot of times, but dang Aiden, I'm sorry. I was at my cousin's house. I was at my cousin's house one time, guys. His name is Keenan, right? I was at Keenan's house, and I was like really into. That was when I started getting into like that Pokemon hype, right? So I was like, "Hey Keenan, you wanna go like watch Pokemon or something?" And then
okay, guys, I have to go.
Oh yeah, peace out, Storm. Anyway, every single time that we would watch Pokemon, it would get to like a point where I was like, "Ew, dude, imagine if like Froakie and Finnegan were like dating," and then he was like, well, "What are you doing?" Like he was genuinely like ashamed, right? But they said, but here's the key word. He said, "You're probably like one of those people who like write all those like smutty fanfics on it," and I was like, "What's a fanfic?" I had no clue, right? He's told me what it was. I immediately like looked up like Froakie and Finnegan fanfiction. Hey mom, my mom just got home, so I immediately looked up Froakie and Finnegan fanfiction, and then that's how I found Wattpad. I think it was Breaks and Girls book that I got introduced to. I think it was like.
Yeah, me too. But I was on Wattpad before you. I just didn't know what Insectivore was.
Well, anyway, I got onto Wattpad. I found out what that was, and I started out with just reading it, and then it got to a point where I had read so much Insectivore that I was literally in love with Insectivore shipping. Like I made my account solely because of Insectivore, and that's how the origin of Finnegan and Froakie came about.
We're not friends anymore.
No, I'm sorry. And it became funny whenever like I told my cousin like, "Hey, you know I write fanfic now." This is like a month later, and then he was like, he's like, "What an abomination I've created." It's like, oh no.
You shouldn't have said that.
I shouldn't have said that. All right, anybody else want to share? At least like announce Wattpad.
I can go.
Mine is very similar
Jay
to
will.
that.
Oh, okay. Edmund's gonna go first.
All right. Like,
Male superiority.
Okay, fine, jeez.
Male superiority.
You can go if you want to, Jay.
Yeah, no.
Hey, isn't it like International Women's Day?
Right,
oh, it is International Women's Day. Jay, you can go.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, as support of women's rights, it's your turn.
No. Edmund can go.
Look at General.
I can't hear because Edmund is saying irrelevant stuff in my ears.
General.
Damn,
General, I can't.
not tight,
unless
bro.
if it's inappropriate. All right, I'm gonna risk it.
No, Edmund can go. I'll be nice.
All right, go.
All right. Like, my story is actually very similar to yours, Mewtwo.
Okay.
Except there isn't a cousin involved.
I had to clear his throat.
For this 8-year-old sister.
I am very big fan of Lucario and Braixen, that shipping, but I would mostly just look at pictures and all that. I don't even think I knew what fan fiction back then was either.
So loud.
And I'm looking up this Lucario and Braixen stuff, and then I see that story you mentioned earlier, a little love story.
A little love story.
Oh,
Yep. And I saw that, and I saw it was on Wattpad.
And trust me, when he saw it, his eyes were wide.
He's never the same.
He was never the same after
when
that.
I saw it, I was like, "What the heck is Wattpad?" And so, I went on that, and 6 months later, I'm a Lucario and Zoroark fan. GG.
GG, game over. Game over.
Bro, my story trails long back.
Oh, yeah, Jay is going last.
I'm sorry, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Jay, you go.
No, you can go. I'll be nice.
No, I want Jay to
Not-
Yeah, I kind of want to
Yeah, I
hear
want
Jay's
you to
story.
go.
No offense, Blue.
Oh no, it's fine. I'll go last. I'll be a doormat. It's fine. It's totally
You'll be a
fine.
dishwasher?
Nah.
Alright.
Wait a minute. What was that?
Okay,
You?
no, just somebody go. I don't care who it is. Just when you guys
Jay,
start
go.
talking.
I have no story.
I'm forcing Jay to go.
Aiden, you do have a story, but you're not allowed to share it. Jay, go. Jay, your turn.
No.
Jay, go. Somebody go.
You know what? Fine, I give up. Just
We're running out. Okay, let's listen to
Alright,
Blue.
so basically. Alright.
Let's go.
Okay,
Tip
so
top, let's do it now.
my story actually trailed back before I even started making Pokemon stories, because I actually started on Wattpad 2015 or 2016, and I used to make human stories.
Yikes!
And
Oh no!
in my first ever story, I hate to say it, I deleted the entire thing. I think I still have it in my library, drafted. But my first ever story was a Slender Man story.
Oh my gosh.
And the longest chapter was 300 words.
Yikes! He's like, I just hit 300 words, guys.
I finally get on my one of the chapters on the author's note said, guys, I finally get a computer so I can actually reach more than 100 words. I'm not kidding you. Every chapter was 90 words.
It would just be, and the man opened the door. Chapter 2's over, guys. I put a lot of work into this one.
Guys, I literally cried while making this chapter.
Cried when making this chapter. I can't believe you start with humans, dude. Okay, Jay, you can end it off. You can end off everything. We're not doing another question. This is too long already.
Okay, so this is a really weird one. So,
oh lord.
No, it's fine. So okay, I used to be into Pokemon when I was 10, but I kind of left the fandom because I thought it was for little kids or whatever.
Don't
So,
call
I
it
started
fandom.
with Harry Potter, and I got I was really into Harry Potter back then. I was that one kid who had wand and everything, that one kid.
Just
You're a geek,
cosplay
Jay.
Yeah, so yeah, I met this girl in 8th grade, and she was sort of like me. She had this she wrote fan fiction, so she kind of introduced me to it. So we both made accounts and we were following each other, and it was stuff I tried to write Harry Potter fan fiction, and then at the end of 8th grade she we basically we're not friends anymore. So yeah, it was really awkward. So I decided what, do I really want to keep writing Harry Potter fan fiction? Even though I I don't really care about that.
You have
much
no one
about
to show it.
So yeah, basically the Harry Potter fandom now is it's kind of got a little bit of bad memory to it. So I decided join a new fandom. So I got back into and I started writing wait, I didn't start writing. Yeah, I started reading Pokemon fan fiction. I was hey, this is pretty cool. This is a little bit better than the Harry Potter stuff. So why don't I try writing Pokemon fan fiction? So I decided to rewrite the Pokemon anime from episode 1.
That's actually pretty good.
Their character.
That was better
Yeah, I
than
wrote,
Sector
like-
War.
No, I wrote like
That
3
was,
chapters of that. Like I rewrote Ash's like journey to like Pewter City, and then I was like, you know what, this is boring. Fuck it. So like, then I decided to like try again like with another fanfiction. So I was like really into legendaries at that time. Like I still kind of am, but like not as much. So like my next fanfiction was about like every single legendary Pokemon ever. Like it was just a clusterfuck of like what the.
Forsaken of Cluster Freak. Sorry.
No, shut up. Yeah, and so like I went 12 chapters into that, and then I was like, you know what? Like this isn't like. I was like rereading my old chapters, and it was just, oh my gosh, what is this? Like, what was I drunk when I wrote this?
That's how everybody is. That's how everybody is.
So like I deleted that one. And then I
Drunk on life.
I spent a little bit of time just like drawing stuff and posting it to Wattpad, like in an art book, you know. So like, yeah. So like it kind of gave me a little bit of time to think about like writing and stuff. And then like after a few months, I was like, you know what? I have this really cool idea. Maybe I should like try writing it down, but like planning first, so it doesn't go like the other ones and just like get deleted after like 20 chapters. So I've been doing that, and it's actually been working. Like my current fanfiction right now, it's like longer than like the first and the second Harry Potter books. So that's yeah. And I've been like, I'm just gonna like stick with that. So that's cool. Did anybody even understand what I said?
No, yeah, I got it.
We understood. We're just thinking about it.
Like Pokemon,
Because that was a
came
pretty
into
long
Harry
story.
Potter, came back to Pokemon, got into the legendary hype. That's kind of how I was. That's how I transitioned into liking Mew and Mewtwo, because I kind of went from like, you know what, Insectivore is not, it's not too good, and I was like, you know what is good though? Incest. So then I got in.
Oh god.
He's feeling good today.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good today, guys. Alright, sorry, last thank you to you guys. We're gonna end it there. It's been probably near an hour. I'm gonna plug it real quick. I'll plug it in the description too. If you guys haven't already checked out Blue, his Wattpad name, I can just type it all out, can't I? You can look at my monitor.
But it's easy though. At BlueStrike, let's get this bread.
It's BlueStrike, no spaces obviously, because Wattpad's still broken. Also go check out Edmund. What is your name? I actually don't remember Edmund. No, it's Foxman.
Foxman 237, I think.
Is there any? I don't know, guys. Type it into the chat real quick. Actually, I'm not gonna do that for you guys. Type it into temporary podcasting. We have a little chat for this.
Hey, alright.
Alright, just type it in there. Actually, I know Blues, because Blues like my only real nigga here.
Hey.
Hi.
Or don't type it out, that's alright. But huge shout out to all you guys, thank you for joining. I'm gonna end it there. This is
I love you.
This is a Wattpad news channel special, guys. I can't believe that we would come to this day where I get some of the most iconic people to join the call and do a little interview with me. This is also a little bit of a shout out to get in the Discord. Like, we do fun stuff like this a lot. We don't, we're acting fake on camera. That's about it though. That's about it though. This is Jay's.
Yeah, I apologize for my squeaky voice, but I can't control that. So
yeah, this is like a voice reveal for a lot of them too.
So loud.
It's like a voice reveal for a lot of us.
Voice reveal. I kind of had a face reveal on accident here.
Voice reveal.
I didn't make. Yeah, so Glade actually sent me the rights to Wattpad. Oof. Like I'm not him, so that's obviously not mine. But I'm just saying. Anyway, last thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. We should do this again sometime. And if you haven't already, join the Discord and peace out, my
peace out.
Peace out, Big Squad.